Welcome back to the Logan's Lines podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and today we are going to be talking about Belgium, USA, and I'm going to give you my top 10, my preseason top 10. So let's get into it. First, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the sport I love. So first, we're going to talk about the World Cup game. Final score was Belgium 4, US 1. The US played sloppy this game. It was ugly. First, Belgium came out, scored 1-0 in the 8th minute. US came back, tied it up on a free kick to make it 1-1. Belgium scored late in the first half to make it 2-1. Headed to the half, our fans were they weren't loud last night. They did great throughout the World Cup, but last night it was just a different feeling. I think from what I saw, that I think the energy wasn't there for our fans last night in the first half. We brought the energy in the second half, but the first half we kind of needed it. We didn't get it. But our second half energy was much more uplifting from our fans. And that kind of gave our players some hope in life. But too little, too late for the U.S. as Christian Pulisic went down with an injury. And then the one player that did play really well was, I don't know what his first name is, but his last name is Tillman. He played really well, aggressively attacked the ball, and also our defenders did not attack the ball. Like, if the ball got into the box or into the box from across, our players did not attack it. They just kind of looked around like, who's got a man kind of thing. But it is what it is. The World Cup was fun. Unfortunately, one good thing, I take away from it is our team is young. Our team is in their late 20s. So here in about 4 years, they'll be in their early 30s. So that'll be nice to have them back in 2030, most of them. Pulisic will be back. Flo will be back. Also, I think Flo kind of took I think he was a little bit of a distraction, I think, for our team with that red card reversed. But it is what it is. He will be back. Tillman will probably, most of our team will be back. And I've got high hopes for our coach. He's a very talented coach, and I think we'll be just fine in the next World Cup. So, from the World Cup now to college football, eyes look ahead on what the season brings to us now that the World Cup's over. Kind of the sports season's over. So we've got about a month and a half until the season starts for college football. And so I'm going to give my top 10 rankings, my preseason top 10 rankings. Personally, I don't think this matters, but you know how the hype is, and we got to talk about it. So first, starting with number 1, I think Texas will be the number 1 team in my opinion. Texas has Arch. Their defense brings back really good defense. I don't know what defense they have, but I don't think they're the number 1 team. But this is where I think they're going to rank them. If I were to rank them, I probably would rank them like around 3-4 range, but I rank them based on, how the AP ranks. So number 2, I've got Indiana. Indiana brings back, Surratt, I think. I think Surratt's coming back for Kirk Cignetti, the reigning national champion. They've also brought in transfer quarterback Josh Hoover, who played phenomenal at TCU, lit up the scoreboard with his numbers. Really impressive. So he'll be a great added addition for the Hoosiers. So Indiana's my number 2 team. Number 3, I've got as Oregon. They bring back Dante Moore, which that was kind of the storyline for Oregon. The deciding factor for them in the offseason, they brought in Dylan Raiola as the backup, just in case Dante Moore did decide to go to the NFL. But he decided to stay, and I think Oregon will be really good this upcoming year. My number 4 team is Miami. They lost a lot. Carson Beck, they bring back Fletcher and Malachi Toney, but they also lost Reuben Bain, Carson Beck, Akeem Mazador, a lot on their defense that really stuck together. But I've got them as the number 4 team. I think they're going to be pretty good this season. So my number 5 team, right below them, I've got Notre Dame. Can Notre Dame make it across the finish line? They've got CJ Carr. They've got, I'm sure they've got a loaded running back room despite losing Jeremiah Love. But I think and of course their defense is stacked as always. So I've got them at number 5. My number 6 team is Ohio State. Ohio State brings back Julian Sayin from last year, Jeremiah Smith, and most of their defense is coming back, although they do lose defensive coordinator Jim Knowles, but I think they should be okay because I believe they got Matt Patricia as the defensive coordinator. Don't correct me on that. But they're in my number 6 team. My number 7, I've got Georgia. I'm not as high on Georgia this year as I was in previous years. Gunnar Stockton, how high is his stock? What, did I see? I didn't see. He was a good quarterback last year, but he wasn't off the charts good. He had some good games against, he played it good against Texas and Alabama in the SEC championship game, but really when it came, they lost to Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl, and that they haven't really gone far. So can Kirby Smart, after a 2 to 3 year drought, can he get the Dogs back on track and win them another national championship? My number 8 team is Oklahoma. I'm high on this team. I know the critics will say, oh, John Mateer with his hand last year. I don't care. I like Oklahoma this year. They're my kind of dark horse for the SEC to win the SEC. I'm not going to pick them to win the SEC, but I think Oklahoma will be very much improved from last year. And my number 9 team is Texas A&M. Texas A&M brings back quarterback Marcel Reed, and they've also got a great defense. They got a great defense last year. They made a college football playoff appearance with second year head coach Mike Elko. So I'm very high on Texas A&M. And my final team in this top 10, number 10, is Ole Miss. They bring back Chambliss. They bring back Kewan Lacey. But can they, win the big games is my, they went to the semifinal in the college football playoff last year. Came up short to Miami. But they make the jump to, to the big games. So that's my top 10. And let me know what your thoughts are down below. give this a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And thank you all for watching, and God bless.